Mitsubishi. My name is Nathan and today we're doing a walk around video on this 2017 MY18 Hyundai i30 SR Premium. So being the premium model, it does come with a few little extra creature features and comfort factors which we will touch on as we go through the vehicle. But what we'll do in this video is pretty much point out as much as I can the condition of the car, although I gotta say this car actually does look pretty good, and like I said, some of the features that does come in this particular model. Now having a look at the front end of the car, do notice it is your new updated look for the i30s or for the Hyundai range. You've got this beautiful front grille, does stand out a little bit, gives it a very cool kind of a gradient effect from the bottom to the top. Hyundai logo right in the middle there. Does present pretty well. There seems to be maybe just minor scratches and marks just on the glass there, probably from heat, but otherwise it does present pretty well in the front of the vehicle. Got that front lip down the bottom and seems to feel pretty good underneath the car as well. Now there are front parking sensors which are color matched to the vehicle and they are blended beautifully into that front bar. Headlights are a very sharp design, quite cool, looks quite aggressive, but still quite soft, and has that projector lamp to give that really good clear visibility of light. Now down the bottom are your daytime running lamps for increased visibility while driving. Now coming across the side, taking a look at that first alloy wheel, you've got this dual tone alloy, so the outer spokes or the standard spokes are the gunmetal grey and the inner spokes have that polished black aluminium, piano black finish on the inside of the actual rim. Now they do sit on hand-cooked tires, and actually surprisingly it is pretty low for a car, I gotta say. Not much clearance in the front there, but that is how they are designed, and being the SR does have that slightly sportier look and that extra features. So on the side here is your SR badging to show that it's not just your standard i30, but it is that premium model. Now side mirrors and door handles are color matched to the vehicle in that white color. The side mirrors do have that indicator lamp fitted into there to elevate the lamp, improve the visibility. If you notice on that undercover, it is a black plastic. Now that is there to prevent anything expensive from getting damaged. In the actual side mirrors, there are blind spot warning indicators. That is part of the safety features that do come in this vehicle. Now the car also is fitted with tint. We always encourage tint, so it's good to see the previous owner has opted for it. Now you get two remotes with the vehicle, and it is a keyless entry car, so pressing that button is going to lock and unlock the car and also open and close those side mirrors. But taking a look inside the car now, you do see those bold red stitching and trims all along the edges of the seats, the leather seats all the way through the vehicle, front and back, and they just present really well, almost like new, apart from this general wear and tear which you get on all leather as you climb in and out of the car. But the rest of the seats actually present beautifully. The bolsters are quite firm, no stains, no creases, no cracks, no damage. Oh, and red seat belts, I didn't actually notice that. So you got red seat belts in the car, very nice touch by Hyundai. SR carpet mats, and again all your surrounds in the vehicle do also come in that nice red finish, red stitching all the way through the car. I actually think it's quite nice attention to detail, and it actually presents beautifully. Now carpet mats are very clean, no damage or marks on those, and they actually clip in, as well as a scuff plate on the inner door trim to keep it keep the paintwork in good condition, especially when you get in and out of the car. Door card is also in good nick. Now coming across to the back passenger seats, having a look in there, you do notice those red seat belts all the way through. Back seats are also just as good condition as the front seats, if not better, and carpet mats on the back of the car, in the back seats, are also very clean and in good condition, but we'll get to that in a minute. Now taking a look at that second alloy wheel, this rim is also completely unmarked, no damage, and sitting on those hand-cooked tires. Coming across to the tailgate of the vehicle, I love these the look of these new i30s. Very modern, very sporty. You've got those dual tip exhausts, reverse parking sensors, which again are color matched and blended beautifully into that rear bar. There seems to be a slight scuffing just on the edging here, nothing too major, but once this goes to the workshop, I'm sure they're going to touch that up, so you won't really notice it anyway. But just so you know, at the time of this video, that is there, but we'll go through the effort of touching that up. SR badging in the back, i30 badging on the left, and Hyundai badging right in the middle there. Now the car does come with a high mounted brake light under that roof spoiler. It does have a shark fin antenna, which are slightly nicer design, and the rear wiper and washer blades. Now just to open up the boot, there is a little latch down here. Pressing the button will open it up. Reverse camera is mounted just under the Hyundai logo, just to integrate it quite nicely into the boot. Now having a look at the back of the car, there is a cargo net to maybe hold something down if you needed to. You can unclip these and mount them to different locations. 12-volt socket on the right hand side, and all your tether points for the back row seats. Now if I lift this up, there is that space saver spare wheel located at the bottom of the wheel well, with all your jacking tools for changing your spare tire. Now closing this up, as we come around the side, now back, apart from that one scratch, the actual paintwork is very good. Fuel filler cap is on the passenger side of the vehicle, so which is the safe side. That'll just pop open by pressing it. It will stay locked, however, when the vehicle is locked. That third rim, now this side generally gets the most damage, so you can see that very light scratching just on the very edge of the rim. But other than that, that rim presents in really good nick and lots of tread on those tires. Paintwork on passenger side is phenomenal. Very, very clean car. And that fourth and final rim, generally one with the most damage, has no damage on it at all. So you got 3 rims in excellent condition, one with very minor scuffing, nothing too major. Tires are in excellent condition as well. Does seem to have a very light scratch here just on the front bar on the passenger side of the car. But other than that, you've got a very clean vehicle. At the time of this video, I'm sure it's going to be cleaner once it actually goes to the workshop and comes back out. But very nice car. Does also have these cool vents that are actually functional, and they're going to keep your brakes nice and cool. So what we're going to do now is pop the hood and take a look inside. Inside the engine bay of the Hyundai, now it is quite a wide engine bay, I got to say. There's a lot of room to work around the car. You've got your coolant reservoir, wiper and washer fluid located right next to each other. Motor right in the middle with your oil filler cap and your engine oil check. So dipstick is located right there. You can check all your fuels, your oil levels and how clean they are. Battery is located on the right passenger side, and fuse box as well. So quite a nice, neatly laid out engine bay. Now what you see in front of you is a 4-cylinder 1.6 litre turbo petrol motor. It does also come fitted with a 7-speed automatic gearbox, so lots of gears to shift through. Small turbo motor means it's going to be very efficient and going to provide that power when you do actually need it. Now this car is a 5-star ANCAP rating with 7 airbags, so plenty of safety for the passengers in the vehicle. This little motor actually produces 150 kilowatts with 265 newton meters of torque, so actually a lot of torque and power for the size of the motor. Now this car has a 50 litre capacity fuel tank. It does run on your regular 91 fuel or E10. Would probably recommend using a slightly higher grade as it is a turbo car, but that's up to you. Now this has a combined fuel consumption of 7.5 litres per 100, or an average fuel distance of about 667 kilometers off a full tank, but it's all dependent on how you drive and how many people you're going to be carrying around. So much for watching the walk around video on this 2017 Hyundai i30 SR Premium. Now, I hope the video gave you a good representation as to the condition of this particular vehicle, as well as some of the features that does come in the SR Premium model. Now, as you can see, car presents really well. Interior is immaculate. Lots and lots of features in this vehicle, and at this kind of price, you don't want to miss out, as it almost looks like a brand new car. Now, if you do have any additional questions, the number to dial is 99070555. Just before I go though, this car does qualify for our premium mechanical protection plan. Now, what that will offer you is 5 years additional protection after your new car warranty has finished off, and that is going to cover you up to 200,000 kilometers. Now, that will also cover 181 electrical and mechanical components of this vehicle. So great value in that, especially if you plan on keeping it for a long time. And it does also come with the added benefit of 10 years platinum roadside assistance nationwide. I do apologize for me constantly fixing my mask, but it keeps moving around. In addition to that, I would highly recommend you talk to us about our glass coat protection. That is going to give you a lifetime warranty on this white paintwork. It's going to make it a lot easier for you to clean and maintain your vehicle, but it's most importantly going to protect the car from all those environmental factors that can damage it. Bird droppings, bat droppings, tree sap, oxidizing, bug etching, these things that can commonly deter a car this nice from maintaining this look. Now, these two things are at an additional cost. However, if you're using our in-house finance, we'd love to introduce you to our business managers, Julie and Mario, who show just how minimal these will affect your repayments. Now, lastly, but most importantly, make sure you jump onto Google, search up Berwick Mitsubishi and see what people have to say about us. With over 1,100 reviews and sitting at 4.8 stars, gives you the assurance as a buyer that you're dealing with the right people, the right kind of business for a good quality vehicle. Now, as I mentioned before, if you did have any additional questions, the number to dial is 99070555. My name is Nathan. Thank you so much for watching. Taking a look inside the i30, I got to say, Hyundai has done a really good job in this vehicle. From what used to be a pretty traditional, boring little hatch, take you from A to B, it has become quite a remarkable car. You've got lots of features, lots of comfort factors, and it is quite sporty yet very efficient. So actually all the buttons in here are actually very easy to understand and read, and really easy to access. So what we'll do is run through the interior and I'll point out some of the features. So on the right side, on the driver's side door, do get full electric windows. Now they are fully automatic up and down for all 4 windows around the car. Above that is your window lock control and also your side mirror toggles. Now there is a button to actually fold them in like so, or you can just leave it in auto, and when you actually lock the car, these are going to fold in anyway. On the right hand side of the steering wheel are some controls on your dash. So first being your stability control, your lane keeping system, your blind spot warning system, which is a system I pointed out on your side mirrors, and also your brightness illumination for your actual dash. Now, if you need a bit of information as to what these are, make sure you ask us when you do actually inquire on the vehicle. On the right hand stock is your left and right indicator, fog lamp controls, and headlight controls. Now, there is an automatic option, so what you want to do is leave it in that auto. The car's going to do all the hard work for you, and it's going to activate the headlights when you actually need it. On the left hand side are your wipers and washers, and again, they're an automatic rain sensing system. Just leave it in auto, car's going to sense when it needs to turn them off, and obviously pulling it is going to use the wipers and washer system. Now, the steering wheel is a very sporty, very comfortable leather stitch steering wheel, beautiful red thread used through the inside of that steering wheel, little red line here, and you've got all those really nice accents and designs on there just to give it a bit of effect. Now, the right hand side has your cruise control settings on the far right with your adaptive cruise control system, and this little button at the top here which looks like cards. Now, that is for the display in your dash. So right now it gives you your bearing, your tire pressure warning, your driver settings such as ambient lighting, driver assist, all those kinds of things. So you can kind of adjust this car how you would like to. And on the left hand side are your media controls. So mode, obviously your source being your AM, FM radio, whatever else, volume, voice control, and call and reject. Now, behind the steering wheel there are actually some paddles. That is for your sports shift system, but I will come to that in a minute. Now, engine stop-start button is located on the left side of the steering wheel, very easy to see and access. And coming up to the entertainment system, again, very nice, well laid out entertainment system. So you've got a fully functional touchscreen display, very responsive, very easy to use. Not to say anything, but it actually looks quite similar to the kiosk systems that are in their current models. Same with the display, but navigation, phone, AM, FM radio does also come with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, as you can see. But pretty much everything you could really need in a head unit is located here. Hard buttons are also located on the side. So if I was to press map, that is going to open up the map system. As you can see, we are at Kangan Drive in Berwick. Very easy to use. And if I press navigation, that is going to open up your prompts for your location settings. Volume and seek button on either side as well. And like I said, radio comes with AM, FM radio and digital radio. And your media is going to be if you have your Bluetooth connected. Underneath that is an SD card slot. That is actually for your navigation system. So when you need to update it, that is what they'll update. Hazards located right in the middle, and central locking button just below that. And your little indicators for your seatbelts. Now, the car does come with dual zone climate control, so driver and passenger have their own temperatures. There's a cool little LED display in the middle to show you exactly what your settings are, and you can sync that or keep it at your own individual settings. Front and rear demisters, all your circulation, and your fan speeds located below that. Underneath that is a nice little storage compartment. Now, if I pop that open, there's a lot of space in there, but this space is actually for something very specific. So you have a 12-volt socket there, an auxiliary and USB input, and this little icon here. Now, what is so special about this pad? It is actually a phone charging pad. So if your phone has NFC capability, if you want to understand what that is, pretty much if you can pay pass with your phone, you'll be able to use this feature. So if you can put your phone on this little pad here, my one sometimes doesn't work because of the case. Oh, there we go, it started working and I took it off. So give it a second. There you go. So you can see that it's actually charging my phone right now, and the little light is on to say that it's going to be charging my phone. I can tuck this away, and you can use your Bluetooth connectivity, or to actually use your CarPlay system, you'd want to plug it into that USB slot. Now I'm going to leave it there because I need to charge my phone. You've got heated seats for driver and passenger, up to 3 temperatures or 3 settings, and you've also got ventilated seats, which are your cooling seats for both driver and passenger. So again, a lot of comfort features in this premium model. Parking sensors, driver modes, which has your eco, sport, and your normal modes. 2 cup holders, which do fold away in this or hide away in this little roller shutter blade kind of thing. There is a separator if you wanted to just keep a bit of space between. I wanted to remove the gap or the separator. Electric park brakes, auto hold, and another safety. Safety. What am I saying? Just a bit of storage there. Now there is this center console leather stitched armrest. If I lift that up, there's a bit of storage in there and an additional 12-volt socket if you needed to use it. That feature is in there. Nice leather stitching. Again, air vents in the back. Great condition on the back side of these seats. You can see the carpet lining is very clean. Back seats are very, very clean in this car. And those back seats, like I said before, will actually drop flat from the back of the boot if you wanted to, from the top of the seats, you can actually press a button and those seats will actually fall flat if you wanted to. They seem pretty good. Seems like there might be slight just indentation here in the leather. That could be from a baby seat that was probably previously positioned there, obviously, but other than that, it is in pretty good condition. Very good car. And if I get the camera person to actually pan up, there is a full moonroof or sunroof, whichever feature you wanted to use. So pressing it very lightly once is just going to pull back the shade, and that'll open up the moonroof kind of setup, so you get a bit of light in the car. But if you press that back again, that is going to open up the sunroof fully, and it is a fully automatic system, so you really only need to press it once, especially if you're driving, don't want to be too distracted. And pressing that all the way to the front is again going to drop the sunroof and then close the shade. But you can kind of adjust that how you want to based on what your preference is. There is also a sunglass holder at the top here. Now what we're going to do is just jump outside and wrap up the video.